Hello everyone. Today, I'll be discussing why competitive long-distance runners should perform weight training. I'll be going through the introduction, benefits of weight training, running performance and injury reduction, the discussion, conclusion, and application. For the longest time, weight training for runners, especially competitive long-distance runners, has always been controversial. Even today, it's still a highly debatable topic to some. Many coaches and runners may swear off weight training for fears such as fatigue from weight training interfering with endurance training, and the gaining of muscle mass that also decreases running performance. Therefore, by weighing the pros and cons of weight training for long-distance runners, I hope to give everyone a better understanding of why long-distance runners should do weight training. For starters, I'll discuss physiological factors commonly used to measure run performance in long-distance runners. VO2 max is commonly used as a benchmark for long-distance running performance. It is defined as the highest rate of oxygen transport and use that can be achieved at maximal physical exertion, and is a common measure of cardiopulmonary fitness. Running economy is also increasingly more commonly used. Running economy, or RE, is defined as the oxygen or energy cost of running at a given sub-maximal speed. Research by Casado et al. Also shows that running economy is a better indicator of running performance than VO2 max, particularly when used for well-trained runners. Having a good RE means a runner can use less oxygen to maintain a steady-state speed. This becomes more crucial the longer the distance of a run, as a runner with better running economy can run at a faster speed at lower energy expenditure. Referring to the graph on the right, Athlete B is able to run at the same velocity as Athlete A, even though they have a lower VO2 max, as their body is more efficient in using oxygen. Next, we will discuss the benefits of weight training. Firstly, weight training has been shown to enhance running performance in several ways. Research by Casado et al. Establishes that strength training may be important due to neuromuscular and anaerobic characteristics that are significant to running performance, that can be improved through strength training. A meta-analysis of several studies by Denadai et al. Establishes that in particular, explosive and heavyweight training is effective in improving running economy in a few weeks' time. Improvements in neuromuscular and anaerobic characteristics can most likely be attributed to several physiological adaptations to high-volume, high-resistance training, such as an increase in type 2A muscles and the enhancement in neuromuscular function. There will be an increase in proportion of type 2A muscles compared to that of type 1 muscles. Type 2A muscles are more powerful and contract faster than type 1 muscles, while also being resistant to fatigue, like type 1 muscles. This increases the rate of force development and the ability for runners to run faster, even at longer distances, due to stronger contractions from the increased proportion of type 2 muscles. Weight training can also cause enhancement in neuromuscular function, such as increasing mind-muscle connection. For example, such as increasing the active muscle's ability to contract more forcefully and in a more synchronized fashion, due most likely due to an increase in number of motor unit activation, and stronger and faster nervous impulses that are fired, that causes a runner to produce more force and thus run faster over the course of the competition. The next benefit of weight training is injury risk reduction. Injuries are extremely prevalent in distance runners. A study by Schaub et al. Found that up to 50% of runners had more than one injury each year, most of which were from overuse injuries, which are injuries caused by repetitive trauma. Research by Lawson et al. Displayed a decrease in sports injuries by 1/3 and overuse injuries by approximately 50% through strength training. This may be because weight training may increase the tissue's ability to manage greater loads, thus decreasing injuries from excessive loads over a long period of time. Another study by Ving Moen et al. Shows that in particular, eccentric strength training is beneficial in reducing risk of common runner injuries such as patellofemoral pain syndrome and Achilles tendinopathy. However, There are still some negatives to weight training. Doing endurance training less than 6 hours of the weight training causes attenuation, which is the reduction of force production. This may decrease the productivity of an endurance training session, as the athlete will not be able to train at their most optimal. A study by Vigmone et al. Also displayed a lag in improvement in running performance in well-trained female runners. However, it should be noted that during the experiment, many of their exercises were taken to failure, which may have been detrimental to recovery and thus affecting their results. Another rebuttal is that most of the research done on injury reduction, effects of weight training, was only done on other sports, and that this may have little correlation to long-distance running. However, the research by Lawrenson et al. Theorizes that it will most likely be beneficial in reducing risk of injuries in long-distance runners as well. It should also be noted that no negative effects on capillary density was observed. To put all the information together, weight training is highly beneficial for long-distance runners with little negative effect. There are also many more positive effects to weight training, and fewer negatives if done right, and could also give competitive long-distance runners a much-needed edge over their opponents. Therefore, weight training should be incorporated into competitive long-distance runners' programs. Weight training programs should be concurrent with endurance training in the 3:1 endurance to strength training ratio for 8 to 12 weeks. For example, if an athlete was to have 6 days of endurance training, he should then also do 3 days of strength training. They should also be done on the same day with at least 6 hours of rest or more between strength and endurance training sessions. This will allow the athlete to recover sufficiently and perform optimally for both endurance and strength training, and to give the athlete enough time on rest days to recover sufficiently. Exercises should be done at a high intensity, such as 40 to 70% of an individual's 1 rep max for 1 to 3 sets in a 4 to 10 rep range approximately. High intensity exercises can be done for lower reps and at a higher work intensity. For example, you may choose to program 3 sets of 4 reps or 70% of an individual's 1 rep max for an exercise such as squats or deadlifts, as these exercises are usually taxing and enough energy should be saved for the athlete to perform optimally for the rest of the workout and for the rest of their exercises. The weight training program should also consist of a full body workout that emphasizes free weights. Approximately 4 exercises or more should be utilized, with emphasis on lower body training and other full body accessory work such as core and upper body. Most of the exercises done should also be done using free weights over machines to promote better body coordination and stabilization. That is the end of my presentation. Thank you.